In the world of kart racing, speed is everything. Every second counts, and every decision on the track can mean the difference between victory and defeat. The roar of engines, the blur of colors as karts whip around tight corners, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. This is a world where only the boldest thrive. Among these fearless competitors, Tyler Weaver stood out as a master of his craft. With a steely gaze and nerves of steel, he approached every race with a quiet confidence that inspired both respect and awe from his peers. At just 25, Tyler had already achieved what many racers only dream of. He was a national champion, celebrated not just for his victories, but for the way he carried himself. Humble in triumph, gracious in defeat. Fans cheered his name, and young racers looked up to him as a role model, hoping to one day follow in his tire tracks. Tyler's journey began long before the national spotlight found him. As a child in North Carolina, he spent countless weekends at the local tracks, his family cheering him on from the sidelines. Those early days were filled with scraped knees, late-night repairs, and dreams that seemed impossibly far away. But Tyler's ambition knew no bounds. The small tracks of North Carolina became his proving ground, each lap a lesson in discipline and determination. He learned to read the curves, to anticipate his rivals' moves, and to push himself beyond his limits. In 2018, all those years of dedication paid off. Tyler reached the pinnacle of his sport, claiming the title of national champion at Maxxis Kart Racing North America. The moment he lifted the trophy, it was more than a personal victory. It was a testament to the sacrifices, the early mornings, and the unwavering support of his loved ones. This was not just a win, it was a declaration of years of hard work and unwavering focus. Every scratch on his kart, every drop of sweat, had led to this moment. Tyler's relentless pursuit of excellence set him apart, and his name became synonymous with determination and grit. Tyler was known for his smooth driving and strategic mind, making him a formidable opponent. He could read a race like a chessboard, always thinking several moves ahead. His calm under pressure and ability to adapt to changing conditions made him a legend among his competitors. Off the track, Tyler was just as impressive. He mentored young racers, sharing his knowledge and encouraging them to chase their own dreams. His generosity and kindness left a lasting impression on everyone he met. Away from the spotlight, Tyler was building a life with his fiancée, Nevea Quintero. Their bond was strong, forged through shared hopes and quiet moments away from the chaos of competition. Together they looked forward to the future, eagerly awaiting the arrival of their first child, a son, due in April 2026. The anticipation of fatherhood brought a new sense of purpose to Tyler's life, filling his days with hope and excitement. His life was a delicate balance between the high-octane world of racing and the peaceful joys of home. Whether he was tearing up the track or sharing a quiet evening with Nevea, Tyler embraced every moment with gratitude. At home, he was a devoted partner and an expectant father, eagerly preparing for the next chapter. He found happiness in the simple things, cooking dinner together, setting up the nursery, and imagining the adventures that awaited their growing family. The trophies on his shelf were symbols of his past achievements, reminders of battles fought and won. But Tyler's heart was set on the future, on the family he was building, and the legacy he hoped to leave behind. In Forest City, North Carolina, Tyler Weaver was more than just a champion. He was a son, a friend, and a beacon of hope for his community. With everything to live for, his story was only just beginning. October 24, 2025, began like any other in Forest City. The sun crept over the rooftops, painting the quiet streets in a soft golden light. Birds chirped, and the world seemed at peace, as if nothing could disturb the gentle rhythm of the day. In this sleepy suburb, families prepared for work and school, unaware that everything was about to change. For Tyler and Nevea, it was a normal Friday morning, filled with anticipation for their baby boy. They moved through their morning routine, sharing quiet laughter over breakfast, their hearts full of hope for the future. The ultrasound photo on the fridge was a constant reminder of the new life they were about to welcome. Their home was a sanctuary, a place where dreams for their growing family took root. Every detail of that morning felt ordinary, until it wasn't. Suddenly, their world was shattered. The sound of splintering wood and raised voices cut through the calm, turning their safe haven into a nightmare. Two armed men stormed into their home, faces hidden behind masks, eyes cold and determined. The couple barely had time to react. This was no random act. Police would later call it a targeted home invasion. The attackers knew exactly where to go and what they wanted. The intruders came with purpose, their weapons drawn, moving swiftly through the house. Every second felt stretched, heavy with fear and uncertainty. Tyler, always calm under pressure, now faced a threat beyond anything on the racetrack. He had spent years mastering speed and control, but nothing could have prepared him for this. He stood protectively in front of Neve, his instincts taking over. In that moment, his only thought was to keep her and their unborn child safe, no matter the cost. Neve tried to call for help, her hands shaking as she dialed 911, but chaos erupted before she could finish. The situation escalated in seconds. Shouts echoed through the house, fear and confusion swirling in the air. A gunshot rang out, echoing through their home. The deafening sound marked the end of innocence, the beginning of a nightmare that would haunt them forever. Tyler Weaver, the racing star, was shot down. In an instant, the man known for his courage and determination was left fighting for his life on the living room floor. He fell in front of his fiancée, the mother of his unborn child. Neve's cries filled the room, her world collapsing as she clung to him, desperate for a miracle. The attack ended in devastation, leaving a void that could never be filled. The home that once echoed with laughter was now silent, marked by loss and heartbreak. The community was left in shock. Neighbors gathered outside, lighting candles and laying flowers, struggling to comprehend the tragedy that had unfolded in their midst. Forest City would never be the same. For Neve Quintero, that morning became a living nightmare. She witnessed armed intruders invade her home and threaten everything she loved. Held at gunpoint, she watched as Tyler was brutally gunned down. In that instant, her future was stolen. Even in shock, her instinct for survival took over. Neve knew she had to escape for herself and her unborn child. Every second was critical. With courage born of desperation, she broke free. She ran from the home, now stained by violence. Her first thought was to get help. She dialed 911, her voice trembling. Her escape was a courageous act that set the investigation in motion. Neve's bravery would become the key to seeking justice for Tyler. The moments after the gunshot were pure terror for Neve. The deafening sound echoed through the house, freezing her in place as her mind raced to process what had just happened. In that instant, her world was turned upside down, and every instinct screamed at her to run, to hide, to survive. Her world shattered. She became a mother-to-be fighting for survival. The life growing inside her gave her a new sense of urgency. She was not just protecting herself, but her unborn child as well. Every breath was heavy with fear, but also with determination. She knew she had to act quickly, before it was too late. Seizing a moment, she made a break for it. Every step away from the house was a step toward hope. The cold night air stung her face as she ran, heart pounding, adrenaline surging through her veins. She didn't look back, afraid of what she might see, focusing only on putting as much distance as possible between herself and the danger inside. Once outside, she called 911, her words a lifeline to the world. Her voice shook as she tried to explain what had happened, but she forced herself to stay calm, knowing that help depended on her clarity. The operator's steady voice on the other end was a small comfort in the chaos. That call was the first official record of the crime. It marked the beginning of the investigation, a crucial moment that would set everything in motion. Her quick thinking ensured that authorities would arrive as soon as possible, and that the truth would not be lost in the confusion. Neve's escape and clear account were instrumental for law enforcement. She recounted every detail she could remember, from the sound of the gunshot to the faces she saw in the chaos. Her memory, sharp despite the trauma, became the backbone of the case. She was the sole witness, providing crucial details about the suspects. Her descriptions helped police piece together what had happened and who might be responsible. Without her, the investigation would have faced a wall of uncertainty. Her bravery laid the foundation for the investigation. Despite her fear and grief, she refused to let the trauma silence her. She answered every question, determined to see justice done for Tyler and for herself. While grieving, she found the strength to help authorities begin the search for justice. Her pain was raw, but she channeled it into action, knowing that her testimony could make all the difference. Neve's actions turned her from victim to key witness. She became the voice for the truth, the person who refused to let fear win. Her courage inspired everyone involved in the case. The pursuit of justice for Tyler began with her courage, and her determination would shape the investigation from that night forward. The Forest City Police quickly focused on finding those responsible. The attack was targeted, not random, and the community was gripped by fear. 10 days later, 2 suspects were arrested, Quitez Watkins, 35, and Jaquavius Craig, 26. Both had violent histories and were already known to law enforcement. Their capture brought relief, but also questions. Why were they free to commit such a crime? Both were charged with first-degree murder and other serious offenses. Held without bond, they awaited trial. Authorities suggested Craig may have been the mastermind, but the motive remained a mystery. The arrests were a victory, but the search for answers was far from over. The suspect's criminal records revealed a disturbing pattern. Quitez Watkins, known as Bando Red, had a federal conviction for violent assault resulting in death. At the time of Tyler's murder, he was out on bond for multiple charges in 3 counties. Jaquavius Craig was on probation for being a felon in possession of a firearm. He also had a prior conviction for conspiracy to commit armed robbery. Despite their records, both were free to escalate their violence. Their histories painted a portrait of 2 dangerous men, unchecked by the system. The arrests marked a turning point, but the legal process was just beginning. Police and federal partners worked tirelessly to bring the suspects in. The case remained active, with authorities seeking more information and possible accomplices. The community was urged to come forward with any tips. As the case moved toward trial, prosecutors built their case, relying on evidence and Navadi's testimony. The defense would challenge every detail, and a jury would decide the fate of Watkins and Craig. For Tyler's loved ones, the legal journey was a painful but necessary path to justice. Tyler Weaver's murder sent shockwaves through the kart racing world and his hometown. Tributes poured in from racers and organizations nationwide. In Forest City, Tyler was a local hero, and his loss was deeply personal. Vigils were held, and the community rallied around his grieving family. Neva now faced raising their son alone, a living legacy of Tyler's love. Fundraisers and support poured in, a testament to Tyler's impact. His legacy would be defined by the life he lived, not the tragedy of his death. The community's support showed the power of one life to inspire many. Tyler Weaver's murder is a stark reminder of life's fragility and the impact of senseless violence. His story highlights the tragic intersection of sports and crime. The case raises tough questions about the justice system's failures. The pursuit of justice is now a marathon for Nevaeh and Tyler's family. Justice means accountability and answers, even if they can never make sense of the loss. Tyler's legacy as a champion will endure, but so will the memory of his unfinished life. The race for justice continues, seeking peace for a community forever changed. From this darkness, the hope is that lessons are learned and a renewed commitment to safety emerges.